You won't believe this, guys. I have just finished icing that, sprinkling it with sprinkles. My video was on for 5 minutes. I've been rambling on and rambling on about court cases. When I looked, I hadn't switched my camera on. So I finished it now. I'm going to pop it in the fridge. And I'm going to put my pots away. Let that set before I start to cut that up. Clean up time again. It's always bloody clean up time in this house. Yeah, so I was saying before, when I didn't have my camera on, thinking I had it on, I was saying about how much I love watching true crime. I wish there wasn't any true crime, to be honest, but that's the way it is. There is. And I love the fact that in America you can sit in on the courtroom and watch it all happening live. Like I did, well, like we couldn't watch Laurie Vallow's trial because the judge didn't want cameras in. Same judge that's been the judge on Chad Daybell's trial, and he's allowed him in for oh bloody hell, ice and sugar everywhere. I don't know. Anyway, there's not. I was talking about Bryan Kohberger. I don't know if you've seen that one. The Alexa's come out. He's another one that we're waiting for trial. He murdered. Well, he's alleged to have murdered 4. He's been charged 4 university students, University of Idaho students, beautiful young people. We think he was stalking one of them, but we don't know for sure. Anyway, he's been charged, but he was like a law student, so he knows all ins and outs. And they keep having hearings. In fact, there were one yesterday on telly. It was up in court yesterday. I don't even know what that hearing was about because I didn't tune into it because I didn't want to miss anything of Chad Daybell's trial. So but that's another one to look out for if you like a bit of true crime, like I do. Bryan Kohberger. I don't know if any of you saw the Chris Watts case. He murdered his wife, pregnant wife, and his 2 babies. So it's awful. Heinous crimes. He got life without parole. He'll never get out. When you bake, you flour, icing sugar and all that, it even gets in your taps. It all clogs up. And yeah, so Chris Watts has got life without parole. My heart went out to his family and all. And if you do watch it, make sure you watch. There is no trial because he pled guilty, but he had to be sentenced. So at his sentencing, I'd love you to watch what the judge said to him. No, not the judge. What the judge said, but also what the prosecutor said. The DA, District Attorney, Michael somebody or other. Just listen to his speech. Absolutely amazing what he said. He'll move you to tears. He put his 2 babies in oil drums. Crude oil. He smothered them first with a blanket, and then he put them in these vats crude oil, this oil refinery place where he worked. Buried his pregnant wife in a shallow grave. So not only did they charge him for murder of his wife and his children, they charged him for the murder of his unborn baby as well. But it was a little boy. And apparently he's got weirdos, women, writing to him in prison, saying he's the boyfriend. What goes on in these women's heads, God only knows. Wait a bit, if Chad Daybell, well, even if he gets death sentence, he'll still have weirdos writing to him. There'll be some women out there that'll write to him and propose to him like they do. What goes on in women's heads like that? Can anybody tell me what the attraction is to a murdering bastard who's murdered his own children and his wife? Can't understand it, me. Anybody know him or can't understand it? That'll do for now. Try this lot. So yeah, I hope it's come out nice where you are now, because it's nice and sunshine in here. It's beautiful. Look at that, guys. The sun's shining. It's beautiful. And as Alan says, dog shit free lawn. He couldn't wait to get that bloody fence panel in. It blew out weeks ago when we had those bad winds. It just blew out, it disintegrated, just the one. And the boys, Jesse thought it were great, he could come in just through the garden. He said, don't put another fence in, Nana, just leave it like that. And if they didn't have a dog, I would have done. Or put a gate in. Jesse wanted a gate. Yeah, like I say, a lady ordered 4 cherry Bakewell slices. I'm just going to cut rest up for my mum and my daughters. School cake, I'll cut that up for family. Court should be on now. Death sentence. He deserves it. I'm sorry, but if I were on that jury, I'd vote for death sentence. When you look at what he's done, yeah, definitely. You won't get it, I bet. Folk are too soft these days. Mum's doing alright, by the way. Everybody that's asked. She's doing great. She's actually stopped the carers from coming. She don't need them, she says. She doesn't need them. She can do it herself. So, she's doing it herself. She's having a shower herself. She's great.